Okay, welcome in. Big day for me. I can actually hear. Damn, I was hoping that my mic was fixed. There's something going on with the noise gate. And it seems like maybe when I'm running the game, for some reason, the noise gate issue kicks in because I was just testing it and it seemed like it was fine. Weird. So I'm gonna turn the noise gate off, which means you might hear some clicking, some background noise that you normally wouldn't hear, but unfortunately, if I have that on, it's just gonna kill my mic. But anyway, I am one day late to the new update, the new act, and the new season to Stalcraft X, but I am here to check it out. I think the first thing I'm gonna do, because I always do this, is I'm gonna read the patch notes. I'm gonna go over all the content within the patch notes. It's the first time I'm looking at them. I have not spoiled anything. I only know of a couple things that are coming to the new season and the new act, specifically around like the act tickets. I am kind of curious to see if they went back on any of those things that they have announced that were coming for act ticket changes. But outside of that, I don't think I have seen any of the new updates. I know that there's the new gun, the honey badger, that's gonna be part of the season pass. But yeah, I'm gonna get right into it. So let's switch on over to the patch notes, and I'm gonna go through it. I typically skip over. Oh yeah, also we have a new bonus too. Let me just update that on the overlay here too. There we go. We got a new welcome bonus. Make sure you guys plug that in. I don't know what you get out of it. Remember how I bought an albatross scope for 1,350,000? The next day it cost 500, 650,000. Yeah, bro. I mean, that can happen. Yeah. What I would do, Koshak, are you familiar with the item database for Stalcraft? Do you use it? Here, I'll link it in the chat. You should use this because if you're ever thinking of buying something, okay, trust me that that link is safe. Go ahead and click it. That's just the Stalcraft DB. So you can search up. I use it for artifacts mainly, but anything you can just look it up. A suit, a gun, and then it will tell you. It's got a historical graph and like a list of the transactions, so you can look at it in detail and you can see if maybe something that you're looking at, whatever the cost is today, if it was purchased at like a lower cost, right? Because that could give you an indication that maybe it's not as much as it looks, or you could confirm that it's like a good deal too. So I would use that. Can't understand a lot of what I'm saying. Okay, well, um, yeah. The mutant is busted now. Like, is it bad? Like broken, or like busted good? Just switching over to the patch notes real quick. I'm gonna read through this. It's good. Okay, well, I still don't have the magazine. So if the gun went up in meta, then I'm imagining that specific attachments for it are also going to get way more expensive. The new AR changes, are they in? Okay, hold on. Don't spoil anything yet. I'm going to get there. I'm going to read through this. So we got the anti-cyclone. Over the past year, the weather has remained largely unchanged, but new winds have begun to blow, bringing change to the zone. Down south, everyone's talking about the new contingent of foreign troops. Meanwhile, all the factions and Forge are keeping a wary eye on the SSPP and its new representatives. With a sense of unease, as they recall last summer, dark clouds are gathering over the CEZ, and every stalker is wondering whether the fragile balance achieved after the defense of the perimeter can be maintained. It's actually a really cool looking armor too. Like just the face mask, really. It looks like you're just wearing a fuzzy suit, like a fuzzy sweater. But I like the face mask. It's kind of sick. All right, contents: anti-cyclone season, economic changes to the act and season. I'm very interested to see if they've gone back on any of the things that they've announced regarding act ticket prices and economy. Hopefully so, but we'll see. Revitalization of the swamps. That's interesting. I thought they did that already. Or is that one map that they haven't touched yet? I thought they redid the swamps. So they've touched it again, I guess. Guide update. Oh, like a beginner guide update. Right, they were doing that too. I forgot. You know what? Today's going to be a bit of a longer stream because it is a new act, a new season. I do want to get through some of the content. I might start a new character because I've been wanting to do that and do a fresh playthrough again. Just to see like what the game is like now for a newer player. Because I do this every once in a while, and it's been over a year, I think. It's been about a year since I've done a new playthrough, and I was waiting for an update where it would make sense. I think if they've revitalized the swamps, we've already had roadside rework and a bunch of other southern map rework stuff done. I think it's time. And now we have a guide. Like, maybe we can take a look at it through the eyes of a new account. I might do that today, or I might save that for another day, but I think we'll do that this season at some point at least. 3D faces, that's interesting. Huh. Balance adjustments, session battle adjustments, in-game shop update, other changes and fixes. Okay, so we've got the first thing here is the summer weather. As time goes by, the weather changes too, bringing with it a sun that beats down on your head. In the game, you will see the following updated weather phenomena: clear weather, cloudy weather. That almost doesn't look different. It's like a little bit more of an orange tint. That looks very similar. Overcast weather, heavy rain. Okay, that's it. I mean, all right. I can't really tell the difference from what it looked like for spring. It looks kind of similar. We got the seasonal rewards. I'll look at this in game because I got a better view. I can't zoom in on these. We got the Tech DC9 that's coming back. AUG A3. Okay. Bergen, some tokens. Yeah, I'll just look at that in the game. But the big one here is the Honey Badger. 2% movement speed reduction. That's like the same as an SMG. I think most ARs are 3%, are they not? The drum's in the case now. Have you heard about the new code? Yeah, I literally just put it. It's on screen. It's on my screen right now. It's for all the speed suits. Oh, is that the thing I was looking up for the suit? That's like a cosmetic for speed suits. That's kind of neat, actually. 850 RPM. $38 base damage. Yeah, bro. I can't believe you made me get the fucking mutant upgraded. I think I would have much rather run this. That mutant, even if it is better, it's probably just going to sit in my thing. I don't think I'm going to use it. I'm just going to use this gun. Like, this is going to be the new gun, right? It's going to take a while to get it, but once we get it. It's a better Ergo HK416. That's what this is? What are we talking about? Or are you talking about the mutant? Okay, let's see what's in the special case here. Like, actually nothing new. Like, legitimately nothing new. What? Wait, the M300? Is that the new one? Is that the one that you had to pay to get? Or was that M200? That's the one I already have on. No, this is the one that already existed, right? Okay, yeah. So yeah, there's nothing new here. That's kind of disappointing. I was hoping there would be something new with the new act, but there's nothing. It's the same old stuff. Comrade, Interceptor, Albris, another Berloga again. I don't like that this keeps ending up in the special case because it's no different than the one you can barter for. Like this is a really, in my opinion, this is a really just kind of a shitty one. Like this shouldn't be up here with these. At the very least, this should be like a very rare drop, not extremely rare. That doesn't make any sense to me. You can just barter for this exact container. Stat wise. Like it's the same thing. Yeah, that bothers me so much that it's in there with the extremely rare stuff. But anyway, the Chain Tech AR308. So you had nothing new. So that's not super exciting. I'm probably not going to buy any special cases this season either. I didn't last season. I don't think I'm going to do it this season. Economic changes to Act in season. In Act 3, the ticket system will undergo changes and economic adjustments will be made to the season pass. So we know about these, but I wonder if it's been changed since their last announcement. It doesn't look like it. I've heard through the grapevine that maybe they might be taking a look at these and revise some of it, but I don't know. Clearly they didn't do that for the beginning of the act, which is really unfortunate. So yeah, I just at a quick glance, I don't think this is any different from what they've announced. So you've got this is the old and this is the new. So now we've got 15 mil for the 8-part trade plus an additional 25 serum, going up to 50 mil for the 7-part, 75 serum, and then 100. Yeah, 100 mil. Wait, did it go down? Was it? No, sorry. It was 1560, 120. So they went down by 20 mil. They did drop it, actually. This was 120 mil, I'm pretty sure. I think. Now I don't remember, but still, that's a lot. 100 mil. 100 mil is still pretty pricey. And the 150 serum too. Yikes. So I did the math, and for this season, I have options. I can either go with a 6-part trade, fork up the 100 mil and the 150 serum to get my legendary suit, the M2. But it's actually more expensive if I do the 6-part trade and then later on in the act do an 8-part trade, because that's 115 mil and 175 serum overall. If I wait until I get one more piece of gear, I can do 2 7-part trades and it's actually cheaper. Not by much. Like by the time I get to this 8-part trade, like 15 mil and 25 serum is nothing, but just overall it would be cheaper up front because I wouldn't be paying the 100 mil. I'd only be paying 50 mil and 75 serum, but also in the long run it is also cheaper. So I think I'm gonna do this. I think I might do 2 7-part trades this act. That just makes the most sense. You're saving a little bit of on the resources, and yeah, like these resources are literally no different, right? If you just do times 2 times 2 times 2, right, it equals the same amount down here. So you're just saving a little bit of rubles and a little bit of serum, and I can get this a little bit sooner. So I'm gonna do 2 7-part trades this act. Some people were saying I should just do the 8-part, but I think I'll just go and do, but because then down the road, if I want to do another legendary item, which I know I do, I want the gun, I want the little Gauss pistol, then I'm gonna be forking up 100 mil down the road, which I don't really want to do. So we'll do 50-50. 50 now, 50 later. What's up, Ox? How you doing? What's up, Philly? How you doing? Why is the game getting so much neg reviews on Steam? I have not looked at the reviews on Steam in a long time, so I'm not actually sure. I have no idea what people are putting in there as a negative review. My guess is it probably is performance related, because I know a lot of people have been asking for better performance, better servers and all that. It's not the greatest, but it's certainly playable. But I bet you they're just review bombing the game for that reason. It's devs related. Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't looked into it. I didn't even know it was getting bad review. I know they're introducing more ways to spend your real money. So that also might be where some of the negative reviews are coming from, because that would be totally understandable. I've brought them up on my stream a few times, and I'm not too happy about it either. Like there's more, like slowly but surely, they're adding more and more ways to pay your real money to make gains in the game. It's slowly becoming more like pay to win, which is extremely aggravating. So that might be why too. Every update made it worse. So there's a lot of give and take right now, Philly. I would say game, like overall the game is improving over time, but yeah, there's truth to that. With every update, every major update at least, it seems like there's one or two changes that are being introduced that are either like it's a change that no one would have asked for and objectively does make something about the game a little worse, or it's like something for the store, like it's store related, like a new way to spend your money on like event stuff or something like that. So you kind of just have to, like, if you're invested in the game, you still enjoy the game for what it is. You just kind of like if you're like me, for example, and a lot of other people that are still playing the game, you just kind of take it for what it is. It's super annoying. Hopefully it doesn't get like to the point where it's just straight pay to win. It is getting a bit egregious though, but yeah, it's still a fun game, and they are making good changes overall, like gameplay changes, game mechanics. Like they're fixing stuff and they're improving it. Okay, sources of tickets. Season Pass is still the main source of income. Remove the element of chance in the form of caskets. Players will now receive 2,000 tickets per season for completing 400 levels. That's really good. We got a guaranteed 8,000 for the act, which means you're guaranteed to get that 8-part trade at the end, right? Which is why that's what I'm going to plan for. I'm going to plan for 2 7-part trades for this act, because I have 6 from the last act. 400 levels while it's holding an active season pass. Consequently, you can earn 8,000 tickets from the entire act. However, this act will also feature various activities where you can earn extra tickets. Oh, that's new. Hold on. Activities. Oh, no, wait. We did read about these. So there's going to be 4 for the act. There's going to be 2 that are like good and 2 that are not great. For anyone interested with simpler gameplay but fewer tickets, they take place in the autumn and spring. And if you want if you're not looking for the easy way out with plenty of tickets, take place in the winter and summer. So yeah, so there's going to be an event this summer that we're going to get, I guess, more act tickets out of. I don't think there's any information on what these events are going to be, and I don't know if they're talking about like the planned events that they've been having every season, or if these are like separate events. I don't know anything on that. I don't think anyone does yet. The first event of this kind is already planned for this autumn. Yeah, okay. Exchange of parts for legendary gear. So this is going to affect me because I have 6 parts from last act, which, because I bought M2 parts, they should be Act 2 parts is what they're going to be. And then I can exchange them if I want. You can now trade parts of legendary gear that appeared in the same act. You can now exchange. Okay, so it is going to work the way that I thought. That's really unfortunate. You can now exchange legendary gear pieces obtained in the same act, meaning you can exchange the Gauss rifle with the Albatross Heavy, or you can exchange the chitin with the M2. That sucks. I don't know why they did that. It honestly shouldn't be limited to the same act. I'm not sure why they decided to do that. Maybe because they were concerned that yeah, it just doesn't make sense, because if you have 6 M2 parts like I do, and let's just say the new act drops, which it did, and then they make a change that basically nerfs the M2 to the ground, I am now forced to get a chitin where I could have got a Gauss rifle or something, right? Just hypothetically, that's not what I'm going to do, but I don't understand why they limited it to exchanging within the same act, because if it's just a one-to-one exchange, you're not gaining anything. You're basically just trying to correct a mistake, I would imagine, right? It's really weird how they limited it like that. I'm not sure what the thought process was, but the option is there. Yeah, for example, parts of the Alba Heavy suits and parts of the Gauss rifle can be swapped, and then parts of the chitin backpack and the M2 can be swapped. So you're restricted within the acts that they were available. The ticket shop. In Act 3, we will return master items in exchange for Act 1 tickets, and we will also keep the offers from Act 2. I do like this change, although typically I'm not really buying things off the shop with Act tickets. I say that, but I have in the past. But I think they're also making them a little cheaper too. So this is maybe something that we can do. It depends on how many Act tickets we earn from these events, because if these can earn us enough to buy things off the shop without sacrificing the ability to buy parts, like enough parts for the legendary equipment, then yeah, I'll buy some stuff off of the ticket shop. I would love to get one of the sites. What's up, Bright Place? How you doing? In addition, new items will be added to the shop's range during the act. Consequently, the range of products available in the ticket shop will not change, but will simply be expanded to include new items. Sure. I don't think that's a bad thing. That's just saying we're not going to be rotating stuff out. We're just adding to it, which is good. Changes in prices of ticket shop. In Act 3, new pricing policy for Master Gear will be applied to tickets. Yeah, so the containers are 1,500. That doesn't change. Melee is 1,000, so it's reduced by 500 tickets, and the sites are only 500, reduced by 1,000. So yeah, I would like to pick up some of the sites. I'm honestly surprised that sites are less than Melee, because like Melee, you're kind of one and done. You don't need more than one Melee. But different sites can be good or bad, right? Like you might want to change your site. So I don't know. I just feel like these are more valuable, but hey, let's not give Expo any ideas now, right? Keep that 500. That's a good deal. 500 for a site. There's some sites that I would like off of the ticket shop. Selling gear for a third of its cost. Yeah, so we know about this too. A lot of these is not new because they did announce these changes that were coming. But yeah, so anything that you buy within the act, you can return it for a third of its cost. I am not a fan of this change, because if you're going to give the ability to sell gear back for a third of its cost, I think you should be able to sell everything. I don't understand why it has to be within the act, and this is why I think that. If you're spending your act tickets on something, and then you decide that you made a mistake, you're better off living with the mistake than refunding it for a third of the cost, because you're not going to be able to get, depending on what you bought, obviously, but let's say it's like legendary parts, or like even one of these costs 1,500. If you're only getting 500 back from that, you're screwing yourself over so hard that you won't be able to afford things by the end of the act. Like you're way better off just living with that mistake and keeping what you bought. than refunding it. I honestly do think that they should allow you to refund everything that you've been able to buy with act tickets in the past for a third of its cost. It just doesn't make sense that you would spend your very limited act tickets on something and then only get a third of it back, then not be able to buy something that you want. It doesn't make any sense to me. So it's like a good change, but limiting it to the current act, I think, is a bad change. Yeah, item can only be returned within the act it was purchased. So I don't know. They just don't want people to be able to rent something to try it out, but you're selling it back for a third of the cost. I don't know, dude. It just still doesn't make sense to me. But I honestly, I don't know, Beardless. I feel like that's not an issue. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna spend your act tickets and then refund for a third of the cost, like, you're not getting much back. I don't know. It's just a weird thing. I can't see someone utilizing this change because you're just screwing yourself so hard. You're like, oh, I made a mistake. Now I'm gonna get a third of my act tickets back. Like, let's say you spend all 8,000 and then you refund what you bought. You're only getting, what would that be? Like 2,600. What is that? What's a third of that? It's like 20, probably something like that. 2,600 act tickets. Like, what are you gonna do with that? Nothing. It's an option to pivot if you want, but you can't pivot. That's what I'm saying. How can you pivot with a third of it? You can't. You can't pivot. You're just better off with living with your purchase. There's no pivoting. The only time that would work is if you're like, you buy a container, like you price everything out and you everything you want to buy, you can buy. You buy a container and then you're like, oh fuck, I don't want this container. It sucks. Let me get a site. That's the only time it's going to work. You buy a melee, too bad. You're not going to be able to get anything with a third of 1,000. You bought a site, too bad. You're not going to get anything for a third of 500. That's what I'm saying. It's just weird. It's just weird. Like, they could solve that potential problem, Beardless, by putting a cap on how many act tickets you can have. If you cap it, then you never have to worry about people getting too much. Like, stacking it up to a point where a new act is released and they just fucking buy a bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could do it that way. Just put a cap on it. But at least give us like some decent, either make it so we can sell things across all acts, or it's like a full refund. Or you know, just better, honestly. I don't know. Because I don't think a full refund is necessarily a bad thing either. Give them like a bit of time where they can decide to actually bind it to their account permanently, but allow us to do a full refund, because you're still swapping one thing out for another thing. If you don't like what you got and then you just swap for another thing, it's not like you're gaining anything more. You just correct a mistake that you made. I don't see anything wrong with that. I really don't. It's just like you're just trading one for the other, right? If something is just objectively bad, is it so terrible of a thing for Expo to allow you to correct a mistake and get something different? Like, why is that not allowed? I bet you can't come up with a good reason. That's a normal thing because players in Stalcraft X love cheat on system. That's why refund it's only 30% cost to prevent situations with okay, I'll buy it to use. Oh no, I want to refund it for full price. Profitable for Expo. That player will lose tickets and earn. I still disagree. Just cap it. Put a cap on it. Put a cap on it. Anyway, all I'm saying is I think this is just a bad change. Just because I don't see people using it. So to me, that means it's not great. But it's there. You can do it if you want. We got the new legendary pistol. We're going to move on now. These reasons are why we have no shooting range for gun test on player shelter. Latest addition to the Act 3 ticket shop is legendary CR72. I am going to go for this by the end of the act. Unless they added more than one legendary, but I'm assuming it's just this one thing. It can be obtained the same way as other legendary gear act tickets using 6, 7, or 8 parts along with barter and rubles. Attention, the current act ticket system will not change significantly through the act. However, new offers with master rank gear may still be added to the act ticket shop. Oh, we read this. Okay. Yeah, we don't need to read that again. Dipping out to take my mother for dinner and her for her birthday might be on later. Def going to be on tomorrow. All right, man. You take care. Wish your mother a happy birthday from all of us. Season shop changes. Any gear part from previous seasons can now be purchased. A part price is now 200 act tickets. The gear parts container now holds parts from previous seasons. Sorry, from previous seasons. Got it. Okay, and the price went up by 50 tickets. Okay. Season gear obtaining changes. Previously, it was possible to obtain 4 gear parts. Right, so this is them talking about how it's now going to be 5 red parts, and there's no more gold, blue, or purple. I think this is a good change. Just because you're basically removing the 2 garbage colors, the purple and the blue. When those are rolled in your cases, it doesn't feel good because you don't get enough back for selling them for them to feel like a good roll. So it's really, you're just removing garbage rolls out of the loot pool. And I think that's a good thing, right? Now you just have to get 5 of the red parts. That's it. Simple. What's up, May? How you doing over on YouTube? I think we had an ad when I was going over this, so apologies. You guys probably didn't hear me. I'll just say this again. I think this part is a good change. They've removed the gold, the blue, and the purple gear parts, and now you just have to complete a set by acquiring 5 red parts. So you're basically removing 2 garbage rolls out of the loot pool in these crates, and I think that's good. I think simplifying it is just good. The common, uncommon, the rare, and the really rare part is just kind of like, you know, it's just a shitty system to play because of ads on Twitch. You don't have Prime, man. You don't have Amazon Prime. You could just toss over a Prime sub and then you're good to go. W change. Yeah, I like that one too, Cyrix. I like that one too. This is a good one. This is a good one. Purple and blue parts will not fall under compensation. It is possible to sell the parts to the fence NPC within a month. I think I held on to all my blue and purples, which wouldn't be much, but I think I held on to them. I wonder... I think the price of those might have gone up too for selling them. I'm not too sure. I think we'll get to that. I think they adjusted the economy of selling things back to the fence. You agree? Good change, less confusing for new players. Yeah, it's also I just like it simply because you're removing two of like the blue and the like. Whenever you get a blue and a purple part rolled in the crate, it just sucks because you're like, it's not worth re-rolling, but you don't get much for selling them back either. So, and some rolls I would get like 2 or 3 of them, like a blue, purple. It's just like, fuck, like it's not a good feeling. You just end up with a bunch of garbage stuff. Had all 4 parts for mutant before update dropped, and now I have 5 red parts, but 2 won't stack on the 3, so I can't place all 5 in slot to craft. Wait, what? How did you end up with 5 parts? Oh, you had all 4 mutant parts. Oh, so it gave you the 3 and the 2. And it doesn't stack. Yikes, dude. Yeah, that sounds like a bug. That sounds like something in their back end. Like just like item IDs are probably different, so they don't stack. Yeah. They probably didn't test that, unfortunately. They probably only tested that the conversion worked, not that you could stack the 2 and make the trade. That wasn't in their test plan. Yikes, dude. Fingers crossed they will surely they will patch that. That's crazy. But that's actually, it's funny you bring that up because that is I didn't have all 4 mutant parts, but I made sure that I completed the mutant and wasn't left with just because I had the red part, so I would have gotten 2 parts, right? I didn't want to just get 2 parts and have to get 3 red parts because we knew the change was coming. So I made sure that I got the mutant completed. So yeah, I probably would have, anyone that has gotten the 2 and the 3 part conversion from the red and the yellow parts, I'm assuming with the issue you're talking about, any new part acquired probably also won't stack. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that. They also probably won't stack with the ones that you currently have, so that might just be an issue for everybody, which, yeah, I would say that needs to be patched. That is a critical bug. Right click on the part, transform, that should work. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Unban Me. Appreciate it. Yeah, try that. So yeah, maybe they saw that. Okay, then good on if that's a solution built into the game, then good on them. I guess it is like an item ID issue, and the only way to fix it is just to convert them to like the new ones that you would get from the drops going forward. Tried pulling them into the inventory, leave safe location, then go back if the transform doesn't work. There you go. W this man. Someone sent him some rubles. Hell yeah. I'm glad that worked for you then, because that would have been shitty. How did my interview go? I think my interview went pretty good, man. I think it went pretty good. Yeah, I mean, it didn't sound like there were going to be any issues. So I think I'm just waiting on getting accepted and then going from there. How did yours go? Assuming that you applied for that as well. Such a weird new system. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at least they have a solution for that problem. Okay, moving on. Season Pass rewards and changes. Special Case Token is now obtained at level 460 of the Season Pass instead of 200 as it was previously. Damn, really? They're pushing it way up? That's crazy. Same amount of act tickets can be received at 100, 200, 300, 400. At the same time, a fixed amount of act tickets is obtained in the paid Season Pass version. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing on Ban Me. They're probably just waiting for all the application. Well, I'm assuming all the applications are probably in by now. For those that were paying attention, and then once all the interviews are done, then yeah, that would make sense. They just round us all up and do like an onboarding thing. Season currency consumable change. Anomalous serum. Oh, this is the part that's going to really fucking hurt. So they upped the anomalous serum to 3,000 now. That's insane. So that's what? 75,000 season currency for all 25? Yikes, dude. Advanced tools went up to 1,500. Spare parts, 1,500. That's disgusting. That's way higher than I thought it was going to be. I was thinking maybe they were bumping it up to 1,000. Like attacking on 400. More than double. That is crazy. That's 250% increase. Dude, and you know what hurts the most about this change is that my whole plan last act, okay, I saved up all my season currency minus the fact that I bought the 25 serum, and I think I maybe bought a couple stacks of batteries when I needed it, but I pretty much saved all of it. I saved all of it. I had like 270,000 or something like that, right? I just hit 500. I wasn't grinding the season pass too much, but I hit the 500, and that's how much I had. Broski thought it was a good idea to upgrade my fucking mutant, and guess what? Now I have nothing. My whole plan was to buy these when they were still at their price and just stock up so I would have something when the new act and season came out, because we all knew the prices were going to go up. And I didn't listen to myself. I went and upgraded that damn mutant. I spent like 20 or what was it, 15 mil on upgrade materials that I needed to buy because I was cleaned out. I used up all my season currency, and I had to buy with rubles. I also had to, what was it? There's a bunch of my trade coins I had to dip into as well, like 150k or 200k worth of trade coins to get the materials. So I am like out of materials. I am out of upgrade spare parts and tools. I am out of everything. And the mutant just wasn't even that good. Just didn't like it. So I'm not even using it. Upped it to 15 on Monday. Played with it for like 10 minutes and then threw it into my stash. Never listen to Beardless Broski. If he tells you that you should upgrade a gun, don't listen to him. But this hurts. Yeah, everything goes up. So even the standard tools and parts, 1,000 each. Cheap tools, 500. Yikes. Batteries go up by 500. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh my god, the components. 1,000. Jesus. How much season currency are we going to get? Is it like the same amount? I hope we get more. I won't be able to afford anything. Everything went up. Why? Why? Holy shit. Okay, you do make more, a significant amount more, it looks like, selling stuff. Bro, I should have kept everything, and then I could have sold this stuff. Or maybe it wouldn't let me because it's a new act, but still. Damn, dude. Yeah, this is good. You get way more for selling. So at least when you roll something shitty, at least you're getting like a good amount back now. Like this, like improved hazmat, 250 to 2,500. Like that's pretty good. These are mostly double. This one only goes up by 500. Yeah, this is good. So you earn more by selling back at least. It's not terrible. It's a good trade-off for like making those cases more expensive. Then at least you can sell some of that stuff back, make a chunk of that money back. You bought a legendary heart the other week, so to maybe use, paid 2.5 mil, and it's 15. Now that same heart is going around 10 mil. Really? Did they change the heart? Premium at 500 is 260k season. With premium at level 500, you get 260k. So that sounds like it's the same amount. Because I had around that same amount. And I had only just gone over level 500. I think it was like 509 or something. by the end of the season. Yikes. I'm not going to go over every single change here, but it looks like, oh, actually some things went down. Oof. Oof. The really rare stuff went down by a lot. Oof. Big oof. But that's fine, because these things you wouldn't sell back anyway. You would sell that on the market, so that's not a big deal, I guess. Okay, the revitalization of the swamps. NPCs at Adamant's HQ and the boathouse have finally come to life. I do want to check this out, because I heard that they were going to introduce new animations to the NPCs and stuff. I'm assuming that's what they're talking about here. Yeah, it looks like they've got like new animations. They got their own unique animations. Stalkers no longer stand around like statues. They look around, shift their weight, chat with one another, and go about their daily routines. The zone feels more alive now because movement is life. So this, I'm assuming they've done it to the swamps only. I thought this meant like a map rework. Okay, so this is just like just the AI NPC animations. But I assume they're going to bring this to the rest of the game too, probably slowly. But this is going to be a really nice quality of life change. Yeah, they're just kind of doing their own thing. That's really cool. This is only the beginning. Over time, we will add high quality animations to other locations as well, making NPCs throughout the zone feel truly alive. Yeah, that's good. Nice. We got an update to the guide. The in-game guide was fully reworked. Let's take a closer look at what has changed. You can find the new guide in the upper right corner of the escape menu. Okay. Oh, right there, the little booklet. They added periodic healing to it? No way. So now we have another periodic healing artifact. Honestly, that makes sense on a heart. Damn, dude. Hold on. I've had hearts in the past. I don't know. I might have just vendored them. I wonder if I kept any purples. Because purples would go for a decent amount. I'm just checking really quick. Sorry, you guys can't see. I'm tabbed over. Give me a sec. Heart. I have one purple. Yikes. They're actually not even that much. It's not a lot of periodic healing either, but still, that's nice. Okay. Cool. Unexpected. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a whole lot, but there's still a little bit there. Information about the game mechanics has been consolidated under the instructions section, while items have been moved to the codex tab. This makes finding the information faster and more convenient. Okay. Information search. Besides browsing categories, you can now use the search bar to quickly find relevant information. That's good. An automatic recommendation system for related articles has also been added, helping you explore topics in detail. Articles are recommended based on the number of matching tags. For example, if you explore about progression and open an article on weapons upgrades, the system will suggest other articles tagged with character progression. This allows you to seamlessly navigate to the researcher article and learn more about artifact builds. Cool. I'll take a little bit of a look at this too and just see how good it is. Items can now be examined directly in the guide, view them from all angles, and access almost all available information without opening external windows. Right on. Cool. Oh, wow. They even have, like, little tooltips for keywords. Interesting. That's actually really nice. Huh. In the items characteristics list, you can hover over familiar terms to get a short definition from the guide or head straight to the corresponding article. Wait. Oh, I see. Oh. Oh, cool. What is that? What is that icon? Is that the seasonal currency icon? Looks like a floppy disk. That is a floppy disk. Cartridges. That is the season currency. Huh. That's funny. All right, and we got 3D faces. 2D faces are a vestige of the past that no longer fit our current vision for the game's visuals. It's time to move on and open the new chapter of Stalcraft X visuals. The first iteration. Yeah, let's take a look at this. Ooh. Guys, that actually looks pretty good. Wow. Was that the Grinch face? What the hell? Is that the Grinch? Oh no, that's like Frankenstein or something. We got zombies. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. Nice. It's a balaclava now? No more Grinch? No way. There's no way. There's no way they got rid of the Grinch. Oh, there's Grinch right there. Crazy looking. Oh my god, that thing is crazy looking. Further plans is just the first iteration, and then there are several more stages of development. Lip sync for NPCs, replicas in the open world, characters, emotions, playable and NPCs. Possibility to wear balaclavas on all skins. Ooh, I like that. So like another slot where you can just, they've separated the balaclava from the actual skin. That's cool. I like that. Just an extra layer of customization. Voluminous models of accessories. About that in the details below. And other upgrades that are so early talking about. And other upgrades that are so early talking about. I don't know what the hell that is supposed to mean. Too early to talk about these? I'm not sure what they mean by that. Unfortunately, due to the inability to remove visors and helmets, 3D accessories support on skins is temporarily unavailable. "3D accessory support on skins is..." What does that mean? For example, the corporate skin will currently appear as a character wearing a balaclava without... Oh. What? Wait, what? What's up, Favlov? I'm not done going through everything yet. What did we cover? What did we cover? So far, I would say everything that I've read is good. The only bad thing for me is the price increase here. That sucks. And okay, the exchanging here doesn't make sense to me either. Restricting the exchange, the one-to-one exchange within the same act that they were acquired, I'm not too sure about that. It doesn't really affect me personally because I'm like, I bought a bunch of M2 parts and I'm going to get the M2. But if this act came around and like, let's just say the M2 was like nerfed to the ground. So I'm like, okay, I don't want that anymore. My only option is the chitin. And I don't understand that. I don't get that. Why wouldn't I just be allowed to go for the other suit or the Gauss rifle? If I just don't want the chitin, then I feel like I'm just kind of stuck with the M2. I'm just not sure about this, like why the restriction here, because you're not gaining anything. You're just one-to-one exchanging it for something different. And it's when you have a part, so it's not even like you can dismantle something, get the parts back, then one-to-one exchange it for something different. You just have like a part lying around for one reason or another. You want to exchange it, but you can only get the other thing that was released in the same act. I'm just not sure why that decision was made. Why can't we just do one-to-one exchanges for the other pieces too? Obviously not the new item. Like, you wouldn't want us to be able to exchange for the pistol. That I would understand, but exchanging Act 2 stuff for Act 1 stuff doesn't seem like it would be an issue for me. But that's really it. I think it's really just like these prices are kind of crazy. And again, doesn't affect me, but I just couldn't wrap my head around why there was a restriction there. Oh yeah, and selling gear for a third of its cost. Now, I understand there are reasons for why this is restricted to returning stuff within the same act that you purchased it, but at the same time, if you actually engage with this, I feel like you're just losing, right? You're only getting a third of the cost back. So anyone that, let's just say you buy a container for 1,500, you get 500 back. So okay, so you're basically exchanging a container for a sight. If you do an oopsie and you're like, oh, I don't like this container, okay, I'll get a sight instead, right? You can that exchange kind of makes sense because you're, at the end of the day, like, you're 1,500, you're still out 1,000, but you're at least able to exchange it for a sight, right? But if you buy a melee weapon or a sight or really anything else that's not 1,500, and then you return it for a third of the cost, that 1/3 of the cost like isn't going to get you anything. So I don't know. I'd be interested to see if anyone really utilizes this like this return policy thing, because I personally think that I should be able to sell things from all acts and get a third of the price back. And then if there's like an issue with maybe building up too many act tickets within an act, I feel like you can just cap it, just make it so you can't go above a certain amount. But I don't know. I'm not big on this. To me, this change just means nothing to me, because I probably will never return something for a third of its price. So it's just like, you can do it if you want, but I don't know how valuable that is. 2,000 act tickets per season can get you 5 parts for a gun and suit every season now, minus the mats you still need. Yeah, I guess I haven't really like mathed it out yet, because all the other changes that come with the act, like, sure, for sure, you probably get more out of your act tickets this time around. Fair enough, you can say that. Plus, there's additional ways to get act tickets. So I haven't really seen the full picture yet, but I'm just saying, like, when I read that, like, I don't know. I just don't know. Like, I just can't see someone returning something within the same act that they bought it for a third of the price. I just feel like instead of wasting your act tickets that way and then only being able to buy a very limited amount of things with what you get back from that, you might as well just live with the thing that you purchased in the first place. Just, suck it up. At least you have it. Right? I don't know. It's just a weird thing, that's all. I'm not too sure about it. We really want to make it across multiple acts. Generally how it was, we were releasing particular amounts of tickets for particular acts, so we're trying out a middle step between full exchange, if it'll ever come out. When you put prices into perspective, shouldn't really be that crazy. General idea, the more experience you have, the more time you want to dedicate to the game, the more options you have for legendary items. If you're experienced, you can go for 6 parts and farm up needed resources. You're able to get the legendary item faster and save up tickets for the future. You'd be able to get 4 legendary items in 3 years, not 4, cutting it by 1 year. So you're saying, like, if I just do the 6-part trades, then I would have enough act tickets to buy an additional 2 per act that would carry over into the future? Is that what you're saying? Okay, so the plan... Okay, so then the plan would be... But right now... Act 1 legendary items are parts are converted to Act 1 parts. Act 2 legendary part items are just converted into Act 2 parts, correct? So then this act would be Act 3 parts, right? So wouldn't there be like some kind of restriction where Act 3 parts wouldn't be used for something in the future? Or I guess you would just be restricted to Act 3, something from Act 3. So you would buy 2 things from, like, let's say Act 1 through 3 now, save it for next act, and then just finish it off in that act? Or slowly start accumulating that? I guess that's a good point. For me, I'm gonna do the 2 7s, I think, because I'm not gonna go crazy and do that, get like the 6-part trade every time and then have an additional 2 parts left over. I think I'm just gonna go for just 1 per act. So this act, because I have 6 parts, I'm gonna do a 2 7-part trade by the end of this act. That's my plan. Because that overall, that'll end up being cheaper. I should be highlighting this because this is the new price. But yeah, overall, that'll be cheaper than doing the 6-part and the 8-part. I'm just saying the prices are just expensive. That's all. It's still kind of crazy. 50 mil, 100 mil. Whew. All right, where was I? Just scroll back down to where I was. So we went through the animations. I like that. 3D faces, that's kind of cool. Okay, we covered that. I don't understand what this means. So, like, I guess previewing certain skins, like you're only going to see a balaclava now. All right, balance adjustments. We got the SIG MPX update. Oh yeah, I heard this was coming. This is sick. So now we have another Master Tier SMG. I'm gonna go for this, I think. Depending on what attachments we can put in there. Like, I don't know if there's an extended mag that... Oh! Drum mag. Okay, I'm sold. I'm assuming that's 50 rounds. So a 50 round drum mag for an MPX? Hell yeah, dude. That's crazy. SIG MPX submachine gun has received master rank and has been added to the barter as a continuation of Oh, it's not even... I was assuming this was an arsenal thing. So it's not even arsenal. It's a continuation from the barter tree. So I can just get this. I don't even need arsenal. Ooh, 55 serum though. 17 serum for the drum. Ugh. Oh god. Oh shit. For this option, you're paying with resources and money, which is generally not a problem for experienced players. I mean, do you know how long it is taking me to get the money that I have? It has taken a long time. And I would say that I'm pretty experienced. Something from the act. We'll be leaving in an option to buy whatever parts, whatever season act you want. You'll be able to get the parts for your desired gear, whatever act or season. Yeah, you'll be able to get the parts, but they're going to be, but they're going to be like, if I want, because isn't there a conversion happening? Didn't that happen where like parts from Act 1 and Act 2, they've just been converted to Act 1 parts and Act 2 parts, right? So you're kind of restricted to if you're buying parts to carry over into the future, to like finish it off in a future act, you would basically be, I guess, locked into that act. Because you can probably do the conversion too, right? So like if you're getting the Gauss rifle, but then at some point you want to switch, I guess you're just kind of locked into switching over to the Alba Heavy, right? Over time. Like there would still be that kind of restriction. Like yes, you can buy the parts from any act in the future, but you're kind of like locked into that act, right? Barter recipe L swap. Fava lower the price again, and when I buy it, you can swap it back. Can you let me know when you do that, please? I want this gun so bad, but that's a lot of serum. I need to save my serum for my legendary item. But I will get this. I do want to get this. A SIG MPX with a 50 round drum. Hell yeah. Oh, wait. It's just been... Hold on. Oh, so if you had a SIG... Wait, if you had a SIG MPX, do you just automatically get the master version? No, right? Just let me sell the overton, damn it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Exactly. Yeah, I want to sell my overton too. I just don't use it. So Cyrix, the way that they were combining it, I've said it a couple times now. If you purchase the parts from an Act 1 legendary gear, then the parts will be converted to Act 1 part. So you can use it to buy something from Act 1. I'm pretty sure. At least that's what was announced at some point. That's what it was going to do. That's how it was going to be. I don't know if that's what it currently is now. But that was my understanding too. They weren't going to be converted into a part that was universal for all acts, but you're like locked into like that act where that part came from. I'm not going to bother reading this stuff because it doesn't affect me much because I don't play Clan Wars. So I'm just going to skip over all of this. I don't really need to read the modules either. I don't even have a single module. Okay, so some armor's got some stability adjustments. These got additional stability. Ooh. SBA tank got a... We'll just say update. I was going to say a buff, but it's kind of... It's a nerf and a buff. We got lower BR... but also lower speed reduction. Okay. I mean, that's not too bad, right? That's okay. I think this is an attempt to make the faction super heavy a bit more appealing, right? For defense. I'm assuming. But with the reduction of speed too, I think people are still going to run the SBA tank over the factions super heavy. Maybe. Oh shit, hold on. Those got a nerf as well. So the faction super heavies got a pretty big BR reduction. That's kind of crazy. Why? Why were these nerfed so much? Super heavy armored suits have been averaged and now resemble more of a natural progression of the Centurion concept. Excessive penalties to speed and BR resistance made them a nuisance for both enemies and the owner. Depending on the situation, they have become more mobile. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Pre-nerf SBA. So they've come down to what an SBA was, just slightly under BR. Interesting. I guess now with the speed reduction being so close, like this is only -8, this is only -10. I guess this actually makes the faction armors more appealing. Right? Even with the BR nerf. A 5% speed difference is a lot worse than a 2% speed difference. What's up, Drovexen? You're a Granite Enjoy and you're all right with it? I'm a little sad I can eat less bullets, but speed is very... Yeah, Gaining 5% speed is nice. Yeah, maybe this isn't a bad... I'm not saying it's a bad change, actually. I wasn't really pointing... I wasn't, like, trying to say it was a bad change. I was just kind of like, dang. Did the BR really have to get nerfed? Like, why not just nerf or buff the speed? I guess then they would just be too strong. I don't know. That's good. Yeah, you're a little faster than them. That's nice. I know that Dope's gonna like this. He's always running his Apostle. So the extra little speed boost is gonna be nice. As if it was M2T. Wait, what is this? Zivka's M2T? What is the Zivka's M2T? Is that like an NPC armor? That's not something we can use. No idea why it's here. Yeah. Okay. Yorsh and Spanner had rather poor parameters for their level and were of little use compared to their analogs, so they were upgraded. Ooh. Dude, these should be added to the arsenal so they can be turned into a master tier armor. Like, that's an easy W that Expo can take. Easy W. Make these arsenalable so that it does two things. One, a bit more variety with armor. Just more variety is always nice. These two suits are like unique as well. You don't see anyone use these because they're veteran, right? No one's going to be running around with these. But also, like, gives you more of a reason to go and like try to get the parts for these. Same thing with all the guns that you can get from signal farming too. I feel like those should all just be thrown into the arsenal system. Like, all of them. Why not? Just make them relevant again. There's a lot of stuff that's just like irrelevant that with the arsenal system you can make relevant again. Yeah. Yeah. Was this a leak? Oops. What's up, Rye? How you doing? Improved armor suits, which previously suffered significantly in gunfights due to their speed penalty. Ooh, the Rigel got a bit of a speed boost. Okay, and added stability. That's nice. I don't use the Rigel anymore, but that was like my favorite suit for the almost the entirety of Last Act. That's all I used. Antares. Nice. I'm running the Antares a lot right now, so that's good. Small speed boost and a stability boost. Nice. The Rap's got a speed boost too. I'm using that on my Frontier character. I don't know what the Blizzard Walker is. I'm assuming these are probably Vet, right? Vet. Yeah, okay. We don't care about those. Moving on. Artifact and consumable adjustments. Weaken the following properties for most artifacts and consumables. Regen, healing effectiveness, stability, and bleeding protection. Yikes. Alright, what did we lose here? Let's see. I'm going to look at the artifacts that impact me. Okay, people were saying there was a fossil nerf coming. That's not too bad. Healing goes down by 0.1. Okay, I can live with that. That's fine. So the plan still stands. I'm gonna do a fossil build with my M2. Yeah, Favlov, that's exactly what I'm saying too. We can just make you able to exchange whatever legendary gear parts for the other legendary gear parts. Yeah, if it's like universally exchangeable, that would be so much better. Rigel had cute wings and a few skins that use that part of the armor. Let me find some pictures. Wings? Yeah, I've never seen that either. Black hole regen went down by 0.5. What else? Magma. I just sold my magma. Oh, that's hardly even a nerf. It's not that big of a deal. Snake Eye got a negative healing effectiveness. I was saying this the other day that artifacts, good artifacts, like the strong artifacts that are like build defining artifacts, should come with unique and different negatives to balance how good they are so that it creates a weak spot on your build. And it looks like that's what's happening. I think having more negatives applied to like the top tier artifacts is good. Like anything that's considered like build defining should have like some kind of negative that creates like a weak spot on your build, so that you're really strong doing a certain thing, but there is a clear weakness. Like I was pointing out, like my current build, I have a black hole in it. And Black Hole does have negative bleed protection, and it is noticeable. Like I bleed a lot. It's really annoying. But the build itself is pretty decent, but I have to deal with that now. I'm just like bleeding all the time. So that's like a good way to balance out like how strong some of these artifacts can feel. Instead of just nerfing the artifact when they're too strong, you just slap on like a negative so it creates a weakness. So if you identify, hey, this guy's running this particular build with these artifacts, he is going to be weak to such things as bleeding or fire damage or like some other kind of elemental damage. Honestly, that should be a thing. Like make the different elemental armors more appealing to use when maybe certain artifacts open up to weaknesses to those different elements, like the shock and the fucking the chemical stuff. You know what I mean? Why not? Just looking to see if anything else was added to any artifacts I need to be aware of. Because we are going to have to put together a build for the M2. And I have something in mind, but depending on these changes, maybe I might have to rethink the build. Inkwell got vitality. It looks like across the board, healing and like regen stats got a nerf. Oh, spirals have a negative vitality stat? Bro, you're kidding me. Rip, there goes my legendary spiral. Oh no. Oh no, dude. I should have sold this when I had the chance. I couldn't. I didn't have it in my heart to sell my legendary spiral. I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. This has a special place in my heart. And oh, why? Why? Why, dude? Oh. Oh, and Stress Fest got a -2 BR too. Oh my god. I literally have a red Stress Vest and a legendary spiral. Still good for speed builds. For sure. Honestly, but this is what I'm talking about. When something's too strong, you slap on a negative. I'm actually fine with it. It just sucks that like this is my one and only legendary artifact that I have that like I really wanted to use. Unfortunately, it got slapped with a negative. It's like my favorite artifact ever. Always has been. Just sucks. That's all. Still good? Yeah, I mean, it's only 0.5, right? It's not the end of the world. Doesn't Ace have 5 pink spiral build? Yeah, that's a big oof. But that used to be my build, May. My build used to be all spirals, and then I switched it to all Stress Fests. That used to be my build. It was just straight Stress Fest with 1 legendary spiral in it. So I wouldn't run that now. Let's see, anything else? I heard, what artifact was it? There was an artifact that got periodic healing. It was heart, I think, right? Someone said heart got periodic. Yeah, here we go. .2. Yeah. Anything else to get? Hold on, let me do healing. Search for healing. What else got healing? This is important for me to know because I'm doing a healing build. Not healing effectiveness, I just want healing. Is that the only one that got periodic healing? So I'll use like, I'll probably try to squeeze in the heart, even though it's a low tier artifact. I don't know. But I might just stick with doing 2 fossils. Your 170% roll gave 0.44%. Okay. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's whatever. So a pretty small decrease to your vitality. Is the already updated yet? I feel like they're usually pretty good at updating that quickly, but For heart, I mean 0.44% periodic healing. Yeah, it's I'm not saying it's bad. It's just a low tier arty, right? So it's like a cheap way of getting periodic healing. Yeah, it's not the worst. Honestly, I feel like periodic healing should be on more artifacts, but at least we got it on something other than a fossil. It shouldn't be too common, but it should be. I just feel like there should be more of it. Even if it's in like lower tier artifacts so that you can kind of stack it little bit by little bit. That'd be nice. But yeah, my current plan is to run 2 fossils. I think running 2 purple fossils is still better than running like that in a heart. Anticipating the change that's gonna make it so that stacked artifacts are gonna depreciate in value. So I'm still thinking when that change comes, running 2 fossils is still gonna be okay. I'm hoping. Yeah, on top. Yeah, exactly. And I'm gonna be running the M2, so I'll have like 5% periodic healing with the build, 3 from the suit, and then I think with purple fossils you can get was it 2 point? No, it's not 2.5. I think with 2 fossils you can get up to like another 2.5%, I think. Wait, what's this? Ammunition changes. Increase 5mm and 7mm rounds stopping power by 5. Increase 10mm round stopping power to the 5mm and 7mm round amount. I don't know why the amount couldn't have just been stated. Why is it worded like that? That's really weird. I don't know what the amount is. 5.56 heating rounds. Fire damage 10% to 8.75. Heating rounds effectiveness against combat armor was comparable to SBP rounds against combo armor, while being significantly inferior against combo and scientist armor, and it additionally applied burning to the target. This made the round too powerful and versatile against combat armor, and as a result, it was slightly nerfed. It remains the strongest against combat. Okay. Oof, base holster time went up by 0.1. Yikes. Increased effectiveness at long and medium distance for MGs, ARs, and SMGs. Oh, so that wasn't just ARs? I still don't know if I like this change, but I think I like it better because it's all machine guns, basically. Right, you got your ARs, your MGs, and your SMGs. I still don't know about it though, because it just makes it feel like long-range weapons are just now less appealing. If you're making these better at range, then long-range weapons are not going to be as appealing. They lose that appeal, right? Remove damage reduction from most of the sniper rifles. Changed maximum and minimum. Hold on, I need to reread that. Removed damage reduction from most of the sniper rifles. Changed maximum and minimum damage distances to ensure correct functionality of compressor and decompressor modules. Okay, so that's just affecting the modules. All right. Removed plate penetration for the CR380. Moved PTRD-M from other weapons category to sniper rifles. Changed HK, PSG, and SOK94 characteristics to more correct and convenient. Increased the premium at the 612 and premium micro Uzi to top tier barter gear levels. You've seen people switching from QBU to Arsenal AUG for ratting, and that's what I'm saying. The QBU stood out. It was like really strong. But with this change, the QBU and pretty much every other sniper rifle I feel is just going to be less appealing now. You might as well just run ARs. Right? Now that they're more effective at range, like, why would you not just run ARs? They buffed its damage. I guess we're not done going through everything yet. Let's keep going. Shotguns. The premium 612 Pioneers of the North. Damage went up from 190 to 206. I don't have these. The AEK 965 went down from 360 to 288. That's a huge damage nerf. Yikes. Sniper rifles, all 7.62 bolt action rifles and Gauss rifles. Stopping power decreased by 5. Combined with the change to the ammo stopping power, the overall number remains unchanged. Okay, interesting. PTRD-M and PTRD-MA. Reduced delay before reload. Okay. The Warren SVT 40. Who cares? It's not a master tier weapon. SVCH. Minimum damage 73.8 to 78.1. So the sniper's got a bit of a damage buff, is what you were saying. Okay. I might just look at these in the game. I mean, that's good, but I still think... Because there's two things ARs have got recently that buffed them to be like just too good compared to other weapon types, in my opinion, right? The headshot multiplier being the same as what snipers are, 1.4 times, and now their range effectiveness buff, it's still like, I don't know. I imagine people are still gonna run snipers, but like, I don't know, they're just less and less appealing. You just run an AR and you're good. Time for you to hit the sack and dream of touching a woman just to prove Favlav wrong. Brother. All right. All right, dude. Thanks for popping in. The WA 2000 got an... Bro, why? Is this gun ever coming back? Why can't we get this gun back? Why is it still being buffed and like changed when you can't even get it in the game anymore? I know people have it, but like, come on. Just why can't we have this in the game? That is wild, man. I don't know if there's really anything else that I want to look at here. Yeah, it looks like most other snipers did get a damage buff. Oh, good. I just completed that Scar SSR, so the damage went up on that by 2.5 points. Right on. If there is a gun that I should look at specifically, you guys let me know. I'm going to skip over all of this. I don't need to go into detail. Looks like everything got touched. Actually, the rune. I do want to see the rune. Oh, the rune got a minimum damage buff. Hell yeah. I might just go back to using the rune. The rune was so good. Spread was reduced. Speed penalty reduction. Speed during aim. Dude, it just got a buff. Nice. Wait. Oh my. I didn't know the X95 needed a buff. I thought it was fine. Yikes. Oh, I guess this is... I guess the buff that I'm seeing is the range effectiveness change. So all the minimum damage has been upped. So everything would have gotten that. Interesting. I'm going to skip over session battle stuff because I don't do session battle. In-game shop update. The pack chain. Okay, so this is becoming a normal thing now where you buy multiple packs within the chain and it increasingly gets better. Like the stuff you get is like more. Okay. We've got styles. True superiority starts before the first shot is fired. The tactical superiority style is designed for those who prefer their gear to look just as dangerous as its owner. If you favor strict tactics over flashy appearance, this set is sure to find a place in your arsenal. I kind of like the look of this. Like, I don't know, it's a weird looking suit actually, now that I'm looking at it from this page. I like the face though. The face looks badass. The hood looks okay. The rest of it just looks like you're wearing a fuzzy sweater. Looks like fucking Oscar the Grouch from Sesame Street. That's what it reminds me of. Just a trash monster. Tank and melted cosmetics along with ship motifs will be available for purchase until the end of summer. AUG A3 model got an update. That's kind of cool. Updated the Houndmaster Trapper, Hunter's Cloak, and Orion jumpsuit models. Ooh. These look kind of good. I like that. What do you think is the new meta's gun right now? AR, Sniper, LMG, and the other? I have no idea. I haven't even... We're still looking at the patch notes. I don't know. The new meta. I'm imagining whatever AR was already good, it just got better. Just think of it that way. Any AR that was already good, it just got better. So I don't know if the meta has really changed. I guess the one thing that has changed is the QBU is probably not as good compared to the ARs now. But that's just me. MPX is very strong. Don't tell Fav. Okay, what's all this stuff? The Drossel's resource box for arson can now only be purchased with rubles. I'm not sure what that is. Added reputation limit per day, which can be obtained by donating one type of resources. The limit is approximately 1,000 rep. Oh, come on. Why? Why are these? Why? 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 Why make this annoying? If I'm building up a bunch of stuff to take to Arsenal, why can't I just take it to him in one day? Now there's a limit? I don't understand that. $1,000 a day. Fuck me. That just means that I have to do this more often now so that I don't, like, just to build up the reputation. I can't just go and do it all in one day. That's really annoying. Is there something I'm not understanding with this change? Added a reputation limit per day, which can be obtained by donating one type of resource. Yeah, so typically the way I get my rep is through the boxes that you send them. So that means I can only get 1,000 a day through the boxes. That is lame as hell, and we've yet to get a comment on that. All we've heard is Arson is tired of getting the same trash. Maybe an incentivize players to use different resources. Not only... But the way this is saying... I mean, yes, it would incentivize selling different resources to them, sure, but I feel like the boxes are just the best. Like, it's one of the best ways. So you're just limiting the amount you get per day. It's not. This doesn't. To me, this doesn't. Oh right, per day per resource type. Yeah, I don't know. That still sucks though. Like, Like, a lot of the other resources, you're not getting 1,000 rep. You would have to have so much of that on you, because they don't give you much. Like, a lot of those single items that you turn into him are like, what, 2 rep, 5 rep, 10 rep? Most of them don't give you much. Yeah, you'd have to be turning over a lot. So yeah, maybe that's the reason, but I just don't understand why. If you wanted to incentivize using other resources, just make the other resources better to sell to him. There's such a huge disparity between like the crates you can send to him and like the things that you can just farm, like just the raw materials. Like a lot of those materials, the rep to weight ratio is way too fucking low to even consider doing it. You'd have to, I just feel like a better way to incentivize using that stuff is just to make that better, that ratio better. Somewhere without limit though, you can still bring stuff like parts with no limit. Yeah, but who's doing that? Who's doing that? Because like a lot of that stuff is too damn heavy. I'll look at it though. I'll look at it in the game and see. You know, a couple. I'm sure there are people, but I'm just saying like the vast majority, they're not going to do that. I think the vast majority are going to look at this as you're limited to 1,000 a day. Like realistically. Because farming and transferring the other stuff is just, it's going to be way too ineffective. Arson now accepts advanced and standard spare. Yeah. Also, who in their right mind is going to be doing this now with the increased the prices of these in the store? You have to be insane. Raincoat was deleted from the barter. Now its position in the barter is taken by the cloak tent. Rip. Fix missing texture on the F2000. Oh, hey, did the sound effect for reloading the 100-round drum mag on the rune get fixed? Because there's no sound effect for that. I don't know if that's a known problem, but it's really annoying. Removed zeros from the Zivko's M2-C EXO. All styles for the Desert Eagle are now available for the big bill. In the death screen, you can now view the name of the equipment without style motif. Okay, nice. The weapon no longer increases in height to 3 slots when installing 45-round magazines and the ACOG site. Adjusted the spawn of quest caches in the factional north. Quest caches? Are we talking like tasks? Adjusted the Morse code for tangled signals. You can now distinguish the dungeon signal from the others. Thank you, Expo. Thank you. That is much needed. I like this change. I really wanted that change, and now we got it. Right on. Yeah, that was a problem. Because if you just want dungeons, you should be able to distinguish the two. Right? Getting a tangle signal is like, oh, you know, nice. It's a nice little bonus, but I still want to know which one's what. Your own pack can now be added to the trash independently of other packs. Another huge change. I didn't really know what I read there for a second, but now I understand it. So now, okay, so now I can X a bag and not have to worry about picking up other players' bags, right? That's big. That's actually a huge change. Thank you. All artifact build stats are now applied only after the build is fully equipped. Okay, the trampoline anomaly now activates the laceration reaction again. Interesting. Interesting. Ooh. Ooh, we might have to put like a some what's the stat that procs the health bonus? The vitality bonus for laceration? Is that yeah, we might have to incorporate that into the build now. Oh, we hit trampolines all the time. Now, after collecting anomalous crystals or pulp, a collection mark remains in their place for a while. A plant without pulp or branches, stumps without crystals. What does that mean? After collecting anomalous crystals or pulp, a collection mark remains in their place for a while. Is that to make them stack? Is that what that's trying to do? So it like tags them a certain way so that they can stack without being like individual stacks because they're all on separate timers? I'm not sure what that change is trying to say. Reduce the weight of core inhibitor from 10 kilo to 1 gram. Or sorry, 10 gram to 1 gram. Fixed multiple translation inconsistency bugs across all languages. Corrected several minor localization bugs in all languages. Okay. Some endgame players are sitting on thousands. I mean, sure. I don't consider the people that are filthy rich to like they should not be considered when making these big changes in the game. They really shouldn't. You should like the things getting tuned because there's a small group of very fucking rich people in the game. Because they exist, everyone else gets screwed. I think that's not a good way to make changes in the game. They're like the outlier. If they have that and they can do that thing, great. All the power to them. They're already filthy rich. They don't even matter to me. They're so far above where I'm at. Overall though, I don't know. I think things look pretty good. There's really just a couple things that I don't like. And that's mainly around the act ticket changes, but that's just going off of what I've read on paper. So let's switch over to the game finally. I'm ready to play the game. Let's take a little look. I still need my welcome bonus too, actually. That's not it. Nice. Okay. You had 1,700 green parts and 1,300 green tools. Free arson rep. Yes, I know I paid. I'm going to sleep. Oh, said you're going to sleep? Bro's just can't help himself. I mean, I got a lot of standard parts and tools too. But all I was saying is with the price increase on the shop, I mean, sure, there's probably still some people that would trade these in for arson rep, but I don't know. Like, you'd have to be kind of crazy to do that, or just that rich with them. Like, these prices have gone up a lot. This is nuts, man. 1,500 for a part. Insane. Absolutely insane. So let's take a look at the season pass, because we're gonna have to buy one here. Here we go. All right, view the rewards. The honey badger. Hell yeah, dude. I do want this. I do want this. Okay, so we get 1,600 for free. That's actually pretty good. Was it 600 before? The free act tickets, were you guaranteed 600 or 1,600? Or was it less? I feel like it was less, right? I'm not sure. I don't know if that's changed or not. And you only get 4 special case tokens up to level 500. I think that's a reduction from last season, right? Or is that the same amount? Did we get 4 last time too? It was 1,500? Okay, so it's off by 100. Yeah, so it was 100 less. That's what I thought. I thought it was a little bit less. Everything else here looks pretty standard in terms of what you get. 130,000 cartridges for free, and another, so 260k. Yeah, That sounds like it's about the same amount compared to last season pass as well. I think this actually might be less, because I know that I spent some, and by the time I hit level 500, I had like 250 or 260,000. I think it was like 260,000. So this is actually less, I think, unless I got CC currency from somewhere else, which I might have. But yeah, I definitely had more than that by level 500, because I probably spent a good 60 to 80k by then, I'm pretty sure. You gonna buy the full pass? No, not all the levels. Hell no. No, I'm just gonna buy the... I like to go for the plus 50. So I get the 50 levels right out of the gate. But that's it. So we're gonna have to look at that real quick. Season pass plus 50. There's not even anyone selling a plus 50 right now. So I don't know. I might have to wait. Might have to wait. Ooh, we got a little bit of money coming in. Look at that. Let's grab all that. Yeah, we get that negative 0.5 vitality. Negative 0.199 BR. Wait. Why is that renamed to Psionics? What? Why? I guess it's not that big of a deal. Psionics. That's really cool that you can do that, though. Straight to the guide. I like that. This is my general purpose build, actually, Baked Mono. It's not really PvP. It's very general purpose. It's got a good amount of, like, all the things that I like. A little bit of vitality. We got a little bit of movement and running speed to counter the negatives from, like, the suits, typically. We got a good amount of carry weight, mostly coming from the bag. Some health regen, healing effectiveness, BR. Actually, the health regen has gone down a bit. I see that now, because I think a lot of these artifacts got a nerf on their health regen. So that's a little lower than what it was. This actually has negative healing effectiveness now. Oof. Wasn't that a positive healing effectiveness? I'm pretty sure it was. I think my healing used to be higher than that. I don't remember. But it does pretty good, this build. Like I was saying earlier, though, it does have negative bleeding protection, which I do notice. Like, I bleed a lot. It's like it's harder to remove the bleeds. It's kind of annoying, but otherwise, it's a pretty decent build. It holds up in the north. I like to use it in the north because of the, like, it still has, like, good carry weight, so I can use it for farming, but I'm not, like, super squishy. I'm not like sacrificing any like big stats too much. Like I'm tanky enough. I can hold my own against players and AI. I can carry lots of loot, and the healing is pretty good. Yeah, not bad. I like it. But we're gonna be changing the build once we get the legendary armor, which I'm gonna go look at right now. It's gonna be a while till I get it, but actually, I guess I went to the wrong door. What was I gonna say? Oh, I was about to say something and I totally forget. Felt like on the tip of my tongue. Oh, right. I need to look at the season pass to see how long it's going to take until I get the act tickets that I need to get the last part. So we're going to go for the M2, and I'm going to go for the 7-part trade. So this is what we need. I'm going to submit a task for that. And I'm actually low on a lot of the materials now, too, because I've used a lot of these things for the mutant when I traded for the mutant and the SBA tank and the SSR. Yeah, I got the SSR, the mutant, and the SBA tank like all the very end of last season. So I spent so much resources. It's crazy. And used a lot of my trade coins, like over 200,000 of my trade coins. So we're going to be low. Let's see. I'm even out of substance. That is crazy. I never thought I would run out of substance because I had so much, but I'm actually like low on substance. So we got to do substance farming. We need side trackers. We have like nothing. We have like no data fragments. We have no quantum batteries. I've been cleaned out. I have a lot of red fern still though. Oh yeah, we're gonna be doing lots and lots of farming. I'm gonna save my trade coins. I don't want to use that up. We'll just do the farm. We'll just do the farm. Okay, but what am I? We need to look at the here. So we need. Actually, no. Let's look at the shop first, because is it still 1,000 to buy the legendary part? Wait. Oh, right. I forgot. You have to go here. I don't know why it's like that. It's kind of complicated. So, yeah, it's still 1,000 per part. Okay, so we need 1,000 act tickets to get the 7-part trade finished. When are we going to get 1,000? By what level? So there's 500 there. 1,000. So level 200. So, okay, that's not too bad. Level 200, and then I can get my legendary part, or legendary suit. And I'm going to buy a season pass plus 50, so we'll get 50 levels from that. So I have to grind up 150 levels. That's not too bad. Oh wow, these give quite a bit of levels too. So if I bought all of these, I'm not going to, but if I were to, that's 10, 25, 45, 75, 95. Did I do that math right? You get 95 season levels buying all of these. 25, 45. Yeah, 75. Why not just make that 25 right there? To make it an even 100. That drives me nuts. Just make it an even number, man. Wait, how much does this cost? It doesn't show all the pricing. Why is the pricing hidden here? What? Yeah, I don't even know how much this costs. It shows the discount amount up here, but it doesn't show the price. It's so weird. Oh, it also counts it up here too. Why is that so loud? That seems like extra loud today. Let's grab all these. Yeah, we're gonna switch off the SSR for now. Go back to just using the rune. I'm really happy that I got the SSR, but just for now, I'm gonna switch back to this. It's just far better for farming. Why don't I use the red grip? I think the RK1 here is still better because it's got higher recoil buildup reduction. And it also has the vertical recoil too, which is nice. Like, all it really has going for it that would be better is the 3% horizontal recoil. But I mean, the vertical recoil is the more important one, I think. And the recoil buildup's really nice too. Why is that so loud?
Господь сведет нас, когда придет время.
I need a lot of shoddy ammo. Okay, let's go. Yeah, I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled for season pass plus 50. Or if anyone has one in the chat and wants to sell me one, I'll buy it. There was an eruption that just happened not too long ago too. You didn't buy the season pass? The season has some shit changes. Like what? It looks pretty standard. Oh, that's not season pass though. That's just changes to the like store economy. Was it something about the season pass that you didn't like? Oh, you're just saying because of those changes, you're not buying season pass because you're not going to play the game for the season. That makes sense. Yeah, I didn't see anything wrong with season pass. Season pass looked pretty standard. Just about the same amount of things that you would get normally. I feel you though, but here's the thing. Those changes might not change. Whoa, why are there so many pigs right now? You need more bullets, friend. How many more do I need to kill? A lot. Okay, I'm like halfway. I thought I killed more than that. This might be better to do up in the inflow part, actually. By the train track. Usually there's a lot more piggies there. What shotgun is this? It is the Saiga 12. With a 30-round drum mag on it. Oh yeah, it fires at like twice the speed. It's pretty good. I like it. QBU feels kind of mid. So last season, QBU was actually really, really good. This season, with ARs, LMGs, and SMGs all getting a range effectiveness buff. Yeah, that's kind of my gut feeling too. Is like the QBU and just long range weapons in general are going to be less appealing now. This is definitely going to be an AR meta season. ARs are always kind of the meta because that's like by design they're a general purpose weapon, right? Good at like it kind of excels at the mid range, but still good at long and short. Also depending on the weapon you're using specifically. Because, like, you know, lower RPM kind of suffers at close range, typically. But even, like, some of the higher RPM ARs are, like, crazy good at range. And crazy good at close range. So, like, I don't know. Now with their minimum damage getting a buff. Yeah. What is this guy doing? He thought he was him. Actually, I get the mutant kills done right here, too. There's actually a combination I was going to run, the SSR and the Saga, and just run that. And just use the Saga as, like, my close range weapon and use SSR to mid to long range. I might try that today. For farming purposes, I switched to the rune because the rune's gonna be better for killing all the NPCs and for the weeklies and stuff, but I might try that. I think it's an unpopular combination, but could be fun. Probably make it work. Yeah, it also feels like the damage went down. Actually, they didn't touch the damage on the QBU. But they did touch the damage on, it looked like pretty much every other gun. Like a lot of the other guns. Snipers and ARs included. Wouldn't die. Yeah, I love this gun. Favorite shotty, for sure. I'm not gonna touch those right now. Oh, I will change. There we go. Whenever it's worth using the SA58. So like, is it already 15? If you're thinking of upgrading it to use it, just keep in mind with the limited amount of ammunition, because you can only get like a 30 round mag on that thing, right? You can't go any higher than that right now. It's generally just not good for farming. Great for PvP, but if you have to kill a lot of NPCs, it just suffers because you only have 30 rounds. Like, there's other guns that are better because they can hold 60 rounds, 75 rounds, 100 rounds. You know, you just have better options for farming. But the SA58 would be better compared to other ARs for PvP. Yeah, like, I have the mutant now too, but I don't have the drum mag, and it's too expensive for me to buy, so I'm not using it. But if I get that drum mag, I will probably use the mutant. At least try it out, but right now I'm not going to. What's up, Dorian? Someone here. That's a friendly. That's not a friendly. It's a scuba! Oh yeah, we can throw that to the trash. That's funny. I'll take your dust as payment. Yeah, I'll take your dandruff. Take some of that dust off your hands. Thank you. Oh yeah, Dorian, I guess I could show you some of the new visuals for the anomalies. There's a headquarters a thing going on right now. I'm not gonna contest that. I'm not here for that right now. But like, look, see? A lot easier to see. It's got bigger visuals on it. This one's a bad example because like in the air, that's actually a little bit hard to see still, but when it's closer to the ground, you can see things around it. Like, here's another one. Like, look how clear that is. Like, if you're running into this, Dorian, I think there's other problems. I just don't want to like get involved with those guys. Finish doing my tasks. Could shoot them. There's a new quest body trying to find there. Wait, what do you mean? For a chain of decay? A new quest body. Any new arsenal guns? I didn't see anything in the update for new arsenal. Oh, season quest. Got it. What's up, Vortex? How many more NPC kills do I need? Half. You're on Rust now? Oh, shit. Is Ox still playing Rust as well? Are you guys still playing Rust, Dorian? Or is that already kind of dead? Just Frosty? Yeah, I didn't see that one lasting with you guys. It's just like... Yikes. I guess I am right outside their base. I am not intentionally spawn camping, by the way. Let me leave the area. I am not doing that intentionally. Oh, man. I was like, why are these guys just running out with their melee? Didn't realize how close I was to their headquarters. Yeah, I got Rust, dude. Rust is one of my... Dude, I played a shitload of Rust back in the day. I've got close to 3,000 hours on that game. That was like my main game for a long time. Back in the old days. Woo! I didn't realize that I needed the pick apples too. Hop on? Well, it doesn't, Rust does not hold my attention like it used to. Oh, he died. Is he really trying to camp me like that? How do you get on the roof? You're sad the SBA got nerfed, but it's not by that much. It's really not by that much. Where are all these people going? Gloria Victus relaunch? Yeah, I don't know about that one, dude. I've played Gloria Victus before. It's okay, but I don't know. I get bored in that game. The questing is kind of boring. It's literally just like it's such a linear path. You just go here, 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 here. It takes you all around the map. It's like a great way to introduce you to different areas, I guess, but it's just so boring. But I think it's necessary to do. It's kind of like this game, where like it's necessary to do to get to the part of the game that matters. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Reload the gun. I have the wrong ammo pouches. Oh, I fucked up. Gotta go. Actually, I'll use my shotty just to get the kills. I only got 5 more kills to get. EverQuest 2 new time-locked expansion server. I don't have time. I think with a lot of these games that might be coming out, like I just won't have time to play them. That's the first time I've heard of that one though. With the Arda nerf, you went from 350 to 230. Oof. Wait. That's not even possible. The super heavy is still... What? The super heavy is still 282. So you can't be down to 230. Oh, not using SBA. Got it. Gotcha. You see that? I like how I broke his animation. I might actually switch to the SSR. Well, I'm going to run the SSR and Saga 12 as my 2 primaries. I love the rune. I just want to try it. Armor was Frid, forgot to ripper it? Wait, what is... Oh, it was fried, you forgot to repair it. Okay. Yeah, that does make a difference in the BR too. You're dyslexic as fuck. It's all good. I can read dyslexia, apparently. I got you. Don't worry. So, hey, by the way, as a community, I would like some people to vote on a charm that we will be able to submit as a custom personal charm if I get accepted into the media content partner program. Basically, if I get accepted, all the people that get into the program, they have an opportunity to have their own custom charm that other people will get when they use like a welcome bonus. If they use that content creators welcome bonus. So I have 4 ideas right now. Let me just snooze this ad so it doesn't play while I'm talking about this. So I have 4 ideas right now. One idea is I get a charm of this orange toque because I normally wear the orange toque, and I feel like this is a pretty easy like identifier for like me. Like if you have a charm that's like a toque, right? You're gonna know that's my charm, right? The orange toque. And I was also thinking if I do a toque, I do a toque with a beard attached to it, but like no face. I think that would be kind of funny. Just a toque and a beard. That's my first idea. You're not the first person to say a moose, so the moose is on the list as well. I might do a moose, like a moose head. If I do a moose head, then I'll probably have the toque on the moose head, just like in between the antlers. Third idea was a Tim Hortons coffee cup, except it wouldn't actually be Tim Hortons, but just make it look like a Tim Hortons one. But that's probably kind of risky, so I don't know about that one, but I think that'd be kind of funny. And the third one was an orange cat, because I used to have an orange cat, Henry. So, and Nico also just said cat as well. So, yeah, I don't know. Those are the 4 charm ideas that I have. At some point, I'm going to whip up some concept art for the charm. Like, I'm going to make it myself, because we're going to have to submit something. But I think once we get accepted, I'll do a vote in the Discord, and the vote won't ultimately be the deciding factor which one I submit, but if there's one that people really, really, really want, then, you know, it might sway my decision.
Привет, брат. О. Привет, брат.
Sorry, I'm just texting the girlfriend because we're going out for some drinks later. So, yeah, I probably have like an hour on me, and then I got to get up and go get ready for that. Okay, let's not forget. I need to drop these ammo pouch. Actually, no, we're going to switch the gun, right? That's what I said. So let's take these back off. And we'll pull the SSR out again. Okay. And then we'll switch back to, hold on, let's get rid of that. And I might hate this, but I wanted to run it. SSR and Saga 12 combo. It might be terrible.
Me.
It might be absolutely dog shit.
Мир.
Okay. You just took a look at the Arsenal foul. Why is it so bad? Thank God the X95 got nerfed. Wait, it didn't get nerfed. What do you mean? Okay, seriously, why the fuck is the radio so goddamn loud? That is crazy, dude. That's making my ears bleed. Well, if we look at the patch notes, let's see. Hold on, I just gotta find it. Weapon changes. Holy shit, it's all the way down to the bottom apparently. X95. The minimum damage went up 26.8 to 29.5. Maximum damage distance went up from 15 to 25. Minimum damage distance went up from 60 to 80. Spread went down. Speed reduction went down. Speed during aiming went down. It literally got a buff. There's no nerf. X95 got buffed. Just like all the other ARs pretty much got a buff. Am I forgetting something? Hold on. So we gotta do signals. Okay, and then that. No, it didn't, May. There's no nerf. At least according to the patch notes, there's no nerf. I don't know if they changed the damage to it and didn't put it in the notes. Let's do one of these. Isn't that... Okay, it's a chain. Dash dot is what it was, right? Someone's following me. Oh, I see him over there. I thought dash dot was the Chrono Rift. I need to start doing these again. Signal farming. Get the RPD. Let's do this other one too. Why not? Get her done. That's a singular bag. Okay, so dash dot is the chained bags. They did say in the patch notes that if you get a chain that ends with a bag or ends with a portal, or at least has the portal in it, not necessarily end with a portal, they now have different signatures. So we should be able to tell which one's what. Just don't know what the signal is yet, the Morse code. Oh, someone just died up here. Right here. Just got fucked up, dude. That was crazy. It's a lot of pings. I'm assuming these are not friendlies. He just missed all his shots? They're all looking for me. Damn, dude. Yeah, that's a mutant. Yeah, I think SSR might just be a bad idea. Because just ARs are going to be so fucking good. Realized I need 2 PCV 38 parts, then I got... then you got it. You need your CD4 to sell. I'm not even going for that PCV, dude. It's probably crazy, but I don't know. I need to look up where I'm actually going for dinner. Okay, it's an hour away. That does not leave me a whole lot of time, boys. Give me 1 minute. I do need to go AFK for 2 seconds. I gotta switch my laundry over. The fuck? He was on top of me. I think he spawned on me. I think it spawned on me. Okay, he's gonna go for the middle, which I think... Is he gonna go for the middle?
just looting. Get fucked. Oh, that was nasty. What the fuck? What? What the fuck is that? You just nuked the entire area.
Get rid of that. Hey, we got the gold SSR. Let's go. That's the one I wanted. Fuck yeah. That is huge. I'm gonna max this out. I want to use this now. I've been wanting this so bad. Nice. Okay. And we just got the SBA tank. Holy fuck. Back to back. Let's go. In the order that I wanted them to. I wanted the SSR first, then the tank, and last is mutant. Are we gonna pull the mutant now?
What hell of a sound he made.
Yeah, well, that's what death skeetos do to you.
They make you make sounds.
Oh,
Ain't nothing worse than a 5-star death skeeto just fucking one-tapping you. Even though you're 200 health, 100 armor.
that Skelly just took it for the team, dude. That Skelly just took it for the team.
That root armor.
Very good. Down. Step on that, and then we go to the end. I think that was the. I think that's it. Dude, that was my fucking practice run. Let's go. Woo! First fucking try. Yeah, dude. We got it. I heard someone opening something.
I hear some shuffling inside there.
Hold on. It's a scav. He wiggled at me because he thought I was a scav. All this technology, yet they still use a finger for prostate exams. Riddle me. Oh my fuck! Ooh, speaking of prostate exams, I almost got fucked. But between yesterday and today, the Paladin just feels even stronger. And maybe it's because I finally have a full set of armor on, because I was missing. Oh my god! This fucking Cayenne the Bolt guy has killed me so many times. He comes out of fucking nowhere and just one-taps me. It's crazy. Oh, what a fucking asshole.
Another gamer lost a woman. Rip. Yeah. Only 2 weeks at a time, though. Only 2 weeks at a time. Every 2 weeks, I'll be busy for 2 weeks. And then the other 2 weeks, I mean, I'll still be busy working, but definitely get more time into streaming. That's just how it's going to be now, I think. Going forward. I cannot wait to get my M2 completed. It's gonna be good. I hope. Should I? Maybe I should go back for my body. If they didn't take my bag, then I do have some stuff on there that I actually do need. Cause I'm gonna have to grind up all these materials again. So I need to take what I can get. I mean, I don't need that, but I will take these. What little I had on me, I will take them. Yeah, I was hoping to get more stuff done today, but I took my sweet time going over the patch notes, talked about some stuff, and but I think trying to think, when will I be on next? I have a camp trip coming up. I might be able to swing a stream on the weekend, like Saturday or Sunday morning. I'm not too sure. I'll try to fit something in if I can. I don't think that's a friendly, right? He's shooting at friendly NPCs. Okay, he's got a poly. Didn't I just see someone like right here? What the hell? Was there not a person? I don't even know what I just saw. Okay, what else? We gotta do the readings. Beardless is on too. Oh, what? Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Fuck. Ooh! Get fucking fried! Oh my god, there's another one! Did they add the announcer? Oh, why? I think that's always been there, Nico. They just upped the volume. I think the announcer has been there for a long time. But his volume is like noticeably louder. Like way too much. Way too much.
Peace be with you all.
See, I think this combo can work. Plus, I have my sidearm too, right? So,
fellow kids?
God be with you.
you know what? I think unfortunately, I just don't have enough time to keep playing. I gotta take a shower and get ready and go on this date. Is that a didgeridoo? We're gonna wrap it up here. But I will be back. I will try to get another stream in this weekend. These 2 weeks that we're in right now, up until next Tuesday, I'm gonna be kind of in and out. But I'll try to do a couple streams. I'll try to do one this weekend. I want to get a strong start on this act and this season. So, but then there's gonna be a 2-week period where I will do more streams. Because she will be working for 2 weeks. So, but yeah, we're gonna call it here, and then hopefully I'll be back Saturday or Sunday morning, if I can even pull that. But I'll see. I have a camp trip coming up Tuesday to Wednesday, so I won't be around for those days. But I'll try to get one in before and one in after before the following week. Actually, before we go, my closing thoughts so far, though, I think overall everything is still progressing in the right direction. But just like the things that personally I don't like, and I think a lot of other people just don't like, would be the act ticket economy change. Not super keen on that. Or it's not necessarily the act ticket economy change, but the legendary cost change. That sucks. I don't think it was really necessary to make them more expensive. I think they were already pretty damn expensive. Act crate change. Wait, what's wrong with the act crate change? Let me look at that before we go. Act crate change? What do you mean by that? The parts? Oh, Sorry, I have to look at it from here. This one. This one? Random gear part? This one? You don't like this one? I mean, I personally would not buy this crate. But I don't necessarily see anything wrong with it. If you've got, like, let's say, you're pulling those cases, right? And you're close to getting multiple things completed. Like, this is more valuable to someone that has more of these incomplete than complete. If you have a lot of these that are already completed, I would say it's definitely not worth, like, your currency to be buying random crates, right? It's better off, you're better off trying to target a specific part that you need. But if you're a newer player, I don't really see anything wrong with this outside of it using act tickets. But since we will have more ways of gaining act tickets, I don't know. I think it's okay. You just don't like how the parts are being all red. Honestly, dude, it's a good change. Okay, it's a good change because we no longer have blue and purple drops that were basically just garbage drops. So you're essentially removing garbage drops from the loot pool. And the trade-off is you now need 5 parts. 5 of the same part, same rarity, same drop chance. You need 5 of them. But now you're not getting as many garbage drops because blue and purple parts dropped pretty commonly. And they're not worth a lot. Jesus Christ. Okay, and with that, I think I'm going to get out of here. But yeah, I don't know. Overall thoughts, I think it's okay. I don't know what the season event's going to be. I hope it's good. Hopefully we'll get some information on that from Expo in the coming weeks. Maybe within the next month we might start seeing some teasers and stuff for the whatever the season event's going to be. I'm hoping it's a good one. I'm hoping they've learned from their last seasonal event on what not to continue to do, and we continue seeing the good stuff. Yeah, I hope it's not PvP only. True. Anyway, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Again, I will try to be back on the weekend, but if you don't see me over the weekend, then you'll likely not see me until like next week. Thanks for sticking around. I hope you guys are enjoying the changes, and until next time, peace.